Hello and welcome to a Smurd P video, and today we're looking at Transformers Studio Series Terrorcon Novakanne from Transformers Rise of the Beast, which was the summer blockbuster. Goodness, couldn't get that out of my mouth. Keep my light on this is terrible. So we have a nice shot there. Can transform in 12 steps. He changes just into the gun. He also changes into the handgun, and well, there he is there. And there he is on the side, core class. So let's get him out so we can have a closer look at him. I am so glad that they did Novakanne, because there was, as far as I remember, there was always two little creatures that Scourge sent scurrying after the humans during the I think there was a couple of moments as well. There's one in the museum, and there was one where they were I can't remember where they were somewhere trying to I can't remember what they were trying to find. I really need to watch the film again. It's been a long time, but this is very, very cool. Now, in terms of differences, I'm really sorry I don't have the other Terrorcon anymore. Unfortunately, I had to sell them because, well, let's just say I had a really, really big car bill, which was frustrating, and really disappointing, because I really wanted to have all of these before I was interested in selling them. But once again, the detail is fantastic as well. You can extend the legs a little bit as well, so they just look really, really nice in terms of detail. The colors are very, very cool. I like the color because I think the color works for what this creature does. This creature works in the darkness, sort of sneaking around, and this is what really in those first earlier films they should have done with the likes of, they should have done with Laserbeak, Ravage, etc. They should have done that stuff, and they seem to have got the little bit right in terms of small bots in terms of this show. And the fact that they are small means that they can sort of get in to places that bigger bots couldn't, and spy, etc. And that's what smaller bots were all about, doing things the bigger bots couldn't do. So very, very nice color. I like the damage on the side of the face here. I feel like that is very cool. And like I said, I really wish that I had the other one to see if maybe they just made this slightly different, because this one had damage so you can identify him. So you can lift the head right up and turn that around in terms of articulation, so you can get him into those scurry sort of modes, etc. The arm can't go around like that. Obviously, you got this arm underneath to think about. There is a single there. There is no movement on the hands. Once again, very similar there. You have a nice movement in terms of this arm, etc. So you can get into lots of crazy spots, etc. Like so, you know, and have him just like this, and they can act as extra legs. Now, I think my biggest disappointment is that there isn't a bend here on the leg, which would have made him slightly taller and perhaps a little bit more cooler in terms of what you could do with him. But this leg is obviously made for the transformation, but you can move it around. So yeah, that just bugs me a little bit. You can do that forwards, and you can almost do a sort of splits if you really want to. Not sure why you would, but I'm sure there's lots of reasons why you would put this bot into different modes here. So in terms of robot mode, it's very, very, very nice. So I'm going to transform him into the first of two modes. Not really a fan of these, but hey, they didn't even need to give him a transformation. They could have just focused on making this perfect, because I don't think he transforms in the film, if I remember correctly. I could be wrong, but it is a nice gimmick. This is Transformers, and wouldn't we moan if he didn't transform? I'm sure we would. Okay, yeah, but I think I've said this before. I'm never a fan of this mode. I think it's horrid. I can never redo it. So I've not made some modifications. I've tried to sort of make it perhaps seem like a little tank, I guess, just cruising along. There's not much you can do in terms of that bit, but the legs are the worst bit. So the legs are designed, they're meant to sort of be up this, and I still feel like I've not followed the instructions right, and I've got it sort of wrong, etc. But then the gun's always pointed down, so You know, this mode is meant to go, I think, with the other Terrorcons, the bigger Terrorcons, and sort of sit on their Art mode or something, but it just looks awful. You know, even if they were holding this like a turret, etc., you know, with the blasters in their hand, etc., I still feel like it will look awful unless they've got it like that, in that position, so it's pointing up a little bit or a bit more level. So it's just awful. The legs are the worst bit about this, but I would have rather, this is why I say I would rather them have not bothered with an Art mode, sacrifice that just to have the perfect robot mode, because that's all we saw this Terrorcon in, unless somebody corrects me. Like I said, it's probably been a good, what, 4 or 5 months since that film came out, since I watched it at the cinema. I haven't brought it yet, obviously. So let's transform it into the final mode, which I do like a little bit better. And this one is probably my favorite. So very, very simple. You basically turn him into a transforming gun, like a target master, etc. So obviously a little bit bigger, which is what we would love to see from some of those target masters. Some of them too small, no articulation, and they end up being sort of there. Whereas this, you know, you can transform him not into a headmaster, obviously, but you can transform him into a nice target master for Scourge to hold, for example. And once again, it's just unfortunate that I cannot show any of them holding him. But, you know, I mean, it is literally the whole body just shoved together and then a gun on the top. But hey-ho. The other mode, which is meant to go on the Art mode, so very simple. Literally, it's just like that. That's the only difference. Oh, and yeah, as you transform him, these pop out all the time. So it's just like that, and you just like shove him on the back of one of the vehicles or something like that. It reminds me of Beavis when he's going, I am Conholio. Anyhow, I digress. So yeah, it's a nice figure. Obviously, robot mode is what you can do with this figure. Art mode, in the gun mode, I think it looks cool. I feel like that one could work, but other than that, robot mode all the way. So anyway, I hope you like my video. If you do, please support my channel by subscribing. Thank you for watching. Thank you to those that are subscribed already. Make sure you look after yourself, very important these days. And as always, embrace geekiness. Take care. Goodbye.